Hey, this video, I'm going to try to do it in its entirety. My ma went in for a simple surgery. It shows you if you're going to make it or not make it when you have surgery. She had a hysterectomy. After my mom passed away, her older sister, my aunt's almost 4 years older than my mother. And my mom was in good physical health, just like my aunt was. They both were a little bit overweight, but and they both had the same kind of cancer, uterine cancer, my aunt and my mother. And my aunt, they did hers through her belly button, like only a couple inch incision. I don't know why they couldn't have did my mother's like that. My mother's was supposed to be a curable cancer, supposed to be home 3 or 4 days, and that's all my dad ever said after that. She's supposed to be home 3 or 4 days. My poor father, the heartbreak and the grief he went through, and he was the sick one. He was the sick one, and to be left without my mom like that. And I tried to help and I tried to be there, but it wasn't the same for him. And you can't take nobody's place in this world. And this is the thing. The surgeon, one of the surgeons, and I don't blame her. I blame the other surgeon that actually did the operation. But she actually called me and said, "Are you going to sue me?" What kind of shit is that? And I knew her quite well, and she was a nice lady. But what is that? You got wrongdoing? Do you feel guilty? I couldn't think after my mom passed. I couldn't think. I couldn't function. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what the right thing to do. I probably could have owned a hospital, but I didn't sue or anything. I was just devastated that when my mom passed away. I didn't know what to do. When I left where she was in an extended care place, and when my mom passed away, and I wasn't even there good for my dad. I wasn't. I was just like a shell of a person, and I really don't want to go back into it too much because it makes me want to cry and just break down. Because my mother's death was the single worst thing that ever happened to me in my existence. And what's weird though, both hospital rooms that my parents passed away, or the last rooms they were in, always added up to 13. Everything in my life is 3 or 13. Every animal I got, we lived on 13 Mile Road. My mom used to always say this to people. She lived on 13 Mile Road. She got married on the 13th. I made my communion on the 13th. She always used to tell people, she's so cute. Almost every animal I got or died on the 13th. I remember when my mom passed away for a couple years, and I was going into my friend's apartment, this lady, and we was coming right back out. We weren't staying there long or anything, and I found right behind my car tire a 13, and it was a circle. That probably, I never thought about it until now. That probably was a sign from my mother, and I still got it on my keychain till this day. Let me show you guys. Ooh, let me find it. I gotta pay attention what I'm doing here, but I want to show you guys. I want to show you. Here we go. I got it till this day. This is like 14 years ago, something like that. I've had this, and maybe it was just a year or two after my mom died then. No, yeah, about 2 or 3 years, because my dad just had passed. Number 13, right behind my car tire. Wait. 13. Isn't that weird? That wasn't there when I went in my friend's house, because it was shinier back then. It was more gold color. Things get dull through time. I would have seen that. How come I seen it coming out? And I know it could have been, but I just doubt very much. That was very weird. And nobody knows the story of 13. Even my friend didn't. Loud ass truck. Even my friend didn't know the story of the 13 at that time. Till after that happened, then I explained to her. Oh, my knee is giving me some kind of, I need to keep cracking it and it feels better. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, did anybody ever have that and feel like that? You know, when somebody dies that, you know, you don't know if you're doing the right thing. I wish now that I would have sued, you know. But now it's too late. It's like 14 years later. 15 years, 14 years. She died in December 18th of 2009. She passed away. She didn't die. My mother didn't die. I never did accept that. I read 200 books, and I believe my mother is every bit as here as you or I, and I will never not believe that. And my father, too. I believe that because I feel them. And anybody ever felt like that, though, when you lost a loved one? My aunt lived. She had the same surgery as my mom, except she had it through her belly button, small incision, blah, blah, blah. But my aunt was okay, and my mom passed away. And my mom knew it was going to happen, though. She kept saying the whole time she survived, and after the operation in the hospital, that I told you this was going to happen to me. I told you this was going to happen to me. And that's a thing I wanted to really make this video about. Some doctor was on TV talking about Kanye West's mother. Oh yeah, she survived the surgery. It wasn't my fault. She was home for a couple weeks. That doesn't mean nothing. My mom survived 40 some days after her surgery and then passed away from the infection from the surgery. So that's a bunch of crap. Anybody else experienced that through a loved one? They had a surgery. They thought they were fine. My mom wasn't fine where she went home fine. She couldn't get better, sick. Osteomyelitis, a bone infection, and that was from the surgery. Anybody else experience that? A loved one have a surgery, kind of fine, come home, and then pass away a couple weeks or a month down the road. I'm curious. Let me know. Tell me your feelings and what you have experienced. I'd really like to know. Please like and subscribe. You sons of bitches. But no, seriously, like and subscribe. I'm curious to see what everybody says. God bless. Bye.